Well, Anthony, first off, congratulations on graduation. How is it to go play a series as a newly commissioned officer?
Uh, it's pretty cool. It's not something a lot of people get to experience, but it's definitely super exciting. It was a pretty emotional day on Saturday for us graduating. Big culmination of everything we've worked for, and now we really just get to settle down and play baseball, which is what we all love to do here. So it's very exciting, just to be able to play without the worries of West Point and things like that.
And maybe just tell us a little bit about the series you won to get this far to beat Lehigh, the big third game when you won 7-3. Maybe just tell us a little bit about what it took to win that series.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a team effort that whole series. Our pitching was huge. I mean, especially in that game three, Ray Bartoli stepped up in a big way for us. He's been solid for us for 4 years now, and he had one of the best pitching performances out of him that I've seen. So he really carried us there, and then a big home run by Cam Ceruto was really put us over the top and got us to where we are today. So it was great to have a team win like that and get us feeling good going into the championship.
Absolutely. Ken or Sam?
Anthony, what do you think about the series against Lehigh?
I think it should be a really good series. I mean, I believe we're the two best teams in the league this year. We had a very competitive series last time we played them. They got some good arms. We have some good arms. We have guys who can hit. And they're a solid ball club all around. So I'm very excited for it. I think we got the two best teams in the league scoring up, which is how I think we all wanted it to play out.
You feel good with a 10-day layoff between the semis and now?
Yeah, that's something we don't get pretty often. We usually have a couple of midweek games here and there, but we've been working hard in practice, scrimmaging, doing all the things we need to do to get ready. So I think that won't affect us too much. It's something, I mean, this is what we've been working for the whole year, so we're definitely prepared for it and excited for the opportunity.
Sam?
Yeah, Anthony, from your perspective, what has this season been like in terms of navigating everything that's going on and getting to this point?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been an unorthodox year just from the COVID standpoint. I mean, it definitely took a little bit getting used to getting COVID tested 3 times a week and things like that and trying to manage our time there. But then just on the field, it's been up and down. It hasn't been a very smooth road. We've had some bad stretches. We've had some stretches where we looked really good. And I think we're just starting to hit our stride now, which is where we want to. I think it always comes down to the team that's the hottest. So regardless of how we started, it's going to be how we finish. And that's kind of been our motto throughout the entire year, regardless of the highs and lows. And we're just glad we're fortunate enough to get to this point. So I think the way we finish is really going to define this season as a whole.
How have you guys, the guys, the upperclassmen here, how have you gone about trying to relay some of this experience that you've had in these spots to some of these younger guys, whether it's freshmen or even sophomores that last year didn't get the opportunity to play a full season?
Yeah, for sure. I think just being seniors here and be expecting to be the leadership, we know a lot of guys look up to us in that way. And then especially having that experience playing in the playoffs, I played in 2 different regionals, won the league twice. So I think we, as a ball club and a coaching staff and upperclassmen, we know how to win, and we know how to win these close games and these playoff games, which is what it's going to come down to now. So I think just having that confidence in each other, we have all the faith in the world that our underclassmen are going to step up and do a great job. And I think this is the time where they get the experience under their belt, and they'll be able to pass it down to the later classes and whatnot. And that's kind of what we want to get to, is just continue to improve and continue to pass our experience and knowledge down to others.
Anthony, maybe tell us a little bit about one of the things that in both the games that you won last week against Lafayette, you got relief pitching from Connolly early and also from Tyler Pritchard to close out those 2 wins. Tell us a little bit about that part of your ball club.
Yeah, I think that was one of the bigger question marks coming into the season, was how our bullpen was going to perform, and they've far exceeded our expectations. I mean, Connolly has been absolutely huge for us as a freshman stepping up. We were expecting him to be a lefty specialist, but he's again surpassed that expectation, and he's been able to get lefties and righties out, and he's been incredibly effective late in games to come in and shut the door. And then a guy like Tyler Pritchard, who has that unorthodox arm slot, but he's also extremely effective. We weren't sure what we're going to get out of him, but he's been one of our best guys to come in, get lefties out, get a couple outs when we need to. And really our entire bullpen has done a great job of coming in and throwing strikes and getting outs when we need to. So I think that's going to be huge coming up this weekend, being able to close out games, try to get leads early, and then have the bullpen shut the door for us, which is what they've done well all year.
Anthony, can you take us through your West Point journey? Why did you choose West Point in the first place? How's the 4 years gone? And of course, you have exciting things coming up.
Yeah, so I mean, West Point really wasn't on my radar much until Coach Foster was recruiting me, and I didn't know much about the school. I was a little, I had a bit of reservations as I have no military experience. My family doesn't have much either. But once I toured the campus, I really fell in love with it immediately, and just the idea that it stands for something bigger than yourself, that willingness to serve others, help others, the integrity and all those values and everything that goes into this place really made it so special. And it was probably the easiest decision in my life to commit here. And then when I got here, it was really the people that kept me here, the experiences, this baseball team and organization, and the entire support group that I've had has been absolutely phenomenal. And it's been like nothing I've ever experienced, and it's developed me into a better person, player, officer, whatever you want to call it. And it has been the greatest experience of my life, and I really wouldn't trade it for the world.
And of course, you have Cambridge coming up, and Kenny here mentioned that you might be studying robotics and want to be a helicopter pilot.
Yeah, so I got a scholarship to go to Cambridge next year, which I was fortunate enough to receive. I'll be getting my master's in biotechnology there, where I want to study the development of artificial organs, particularly the heart, which is something I've had a passion in since middle school almost. But that I want to conduct research there. It's only a year program, and then after that, I'm going to be an officer in aviation. So from there, I'll go to flight school, learn how to fly helicopters, and then lead soldiers after flight school.
Anthony, that's going to be a great opportunity for you. Your father told us a story that you have a role model from Army baseball, a graduate sadly lost in service. Tell us a little bit about that story of that role model you have.
Yeah, absolutely. Major Stephen Reich has been an inspiration for this entire organization for as long as I've been a part of it, and many years before. I think my dad told the story on your show, but he was a baseball player here and one of the best, and drafted to the Orioles, and then decided to leave Major League Baseball to go serve in the Army. And at that point, he was ultimately shot down as a Chinook pilot during the manifestation of what the movie Lone Survivor is based on, in a rescue mission there. And his dedication, sacrifice, and really just the embodiment of everything we all want to be here, not only at West Point, but on the baseball team itself, has been such an inspiration. And to have his parents come around and continue to support us has been such a motivational tool. And he's really everything I strive to be as a ball player, a person, and an officer. We haven't had we're unfortunate enough that we haven't been able to meet him, but his presence is always looming. And as someone who always did the right thing, had incredible integrity, trust, and motivation, and just such an incredible person and role model for all of us, really.
Thank you. Well said.
Thank you.
Anthony, can you elaborate on your desire to study the heart?
Yeah, so my grandfather, when I was, I think in high school, he had heart issues, and actually ended up having coronary heart disease and passing away from it. And since then, like I've always thought about modern medicine and how advanced we see it today, that it's kind of startling that there isn't a fully functional artificial heart at this point. I know there are transplants available and there are current models available, but they're not fully sustainable. So I've been looking into that, and that's really why I chose engineering and mechanical engineering. And I've had a focus in biomechanics here because I've been so interested in fusing the idea of machinery with the human body to not only help it, but improve the body itself and make it an even more impressive machine to increase longevity. And yeah, I mean, coronary heart disease has been the leading killer in the entire world for years. So I think that's the greatest way I can make an impact and try to impact as many lives and save as many lives as I can by studying and researching into that, which has been my passion for a while.
Anthony, can you also elaborate on your baseball career at West Point? I believe you've appeared in every game, started every one but one. How would you say your contributions to Army's been on the baseball field?
Yeah, I mean, I've been blessed with the opportunity to play in so many games and given so many chances just to play the game that I love, and it's something that I definitely won't take for granted. And especially graduating recently and knowing that this journey is coming to an end, it's something that I hold very dearly to my heart, and I'm just extremely proud and happy that I could provide to this organization as much as I can. I tried to come in, day out, give everything I could, contribute to the team as much as possible, and really just make those relationships that I'm going to have last a lifetime. Baseball's been too good to me almost. I don't feel deserving of all the things that I've got from it, and I'm just extremely thankful that I've had this opportunity, thankful to the coaching staff, this organization, and all my teammates as well. I'm really glad I've just been able to play every day and do all I can to help the ball club.
It sounds like you're pretty mature coming into West Point, but how has West Point changed your life, changed your personality?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to look back on who the person I was 4 years ago. But West Point definitely has had an incredible impact on me. Just to be able to kind of take a step back, look at the larger picture there, and really impact and see what it's all about, which is the people around me. That's something that I've been able to open my eyes to a little more, of how selfless you need to be as a leader, and my desire to serve others and kind of put myself in the back seat when others are in need and go out of my way to help those. And I think that's really what it comes down to, being a leader, not only at West Point, but in the Army itself, being an officer and leading soldiers, is putting their needs first and putting myself second, which is something that I've been able to learn here, just with the relationships and how difficult it is and how much people must rely on each other to get through everything here.
Thank you.
Anthony, maybe just ask you about preparation for a 3-game series. As Ken was saying, you've had about 10 days off. How do you advise your teammates about getting set to go out and play this series this week?
Yeah, we've been stressing a slow heartbeat for a while here. It's easy to get sped up in big games and get all excited, which we all are. But it's important to just take deep breaths, slow down, and just play the game. We know how to play. We know how to win baseball games, and really, it's going to be the same process, just higher stakes and more pressure and things like that. So I think whoever can settle down, play the game free and easy, which is how we want to play and what we preach, and make less mistakes, I think is going to win this series. So that's something we've been stressing a lot, and I think our guys are going to be prepared coming into this week.